the objectives.
YouTube. It's a beautiful day. Got another video for you guys today. This is from an 8s match, me and some friends. And there's a lot of things I want to talk about in this commentary, so I'm gonna just start off with some recent team changes, I guess, if you guys didn't hear. There's Team VVV is now Team Caliber. They've changed their organization. And they also made a roster change. It's now Gunjar, Sharp, Fury, and they picked up Neslo. So that's a solid team. They're gonna do great. I think that's about it for team changes, really. Everybody else's team is the same for the most part. We got UMG Atlanta coming up on the horizon in a couple of weeks. I'll do a video about that when it gets closer to that time. But basically, not much has happened recently. I was thinking of what I wanted to talk about in this video. I'm just going to talk about improving slowly but surely. What I've been doing to improve myself and what you can do to improve yourself in game. And really, it's all about just taking your time
Hardpoint identified.
and just staying in the zone, not getting frustrated, stuff like that.
Hardpoint is
And
ours.
so that's something I've been working on a lot lately. Taking my time both in game and out of game. There's no need to rush things. There's no need to rush into a situation. I'll talk about out of game. There's no need to rush into things when you're not what am I trying to say right here? You don't need to just
We've taken control.
push yourself and expect things to work right away. That's what I'm trying to say. Everything takes time. Everything takes hard work and dedication. So you're gonna need to practice. It's gonna take time.
Hardpoint contested.
The results will come if you put in the work, and that's what's important. So you really just need to put in the work, take your time, and just eventually everything will click and you'll improve. In game, I've been really
We've lost
analyzing my gameplay a lot, tweaking it slowly, making small tweaks here and there, improving it as much as I can. And really, I've just been,
Hardpoint identified.
as an anchor, I've been trying to perfect my play, my gameplay, my play style. I'm trying to make sure that everything is perfect. I'm playing the way I need to play, doing what I need to do. And I'm just making sure that everything's working out. I'm doing the right thing. I'm helping my team,
We've taken the advantage.
being a good player, being a solid anchor. And one of the things I've done on the topic of taking my time is with my rotations, I'm trying to be always on top of my rotations, no matter what. Always making the right rotations. By the way, I pre-fired that door because I was sound horning. So don't roast me. But yeah, I'm on top of my rotations. Make sure that I'm always there. I always start rotating 30 seconds early. I always take my time. I don't try to force any situations now. People, sometimes you get frustrated. For instance, Yemen is the biggest map. Well, Yemen and Standoff are the biggest maps where this is important, in my opinion. When you're rotating, you always want to make sure that instead of taking the quickest route, just to try to force it through, say you're getting bad spawn on the treehouse hill on Yemen, and you're spawning at dirt road and behind church. Instead of running down the dirt road over and over again, smashing your head against the wall, take your time, give up the 30 to 45 seconds, rotate around, and take over the spawn for the next hill. Because really, if you think about it, if you just keep smashing your head against the wall, you're going to feed them streaks. They're going to get those 30 to 45 seconds anyway because they're in the favorable position. Instead of just forcing it and trying to make something happen. Take your time, go around as a team, and just slowly take over the top spawn. Because in Hardpoint, what it's really all about is playing ahead. And if you get the first initial points, then the other team has to play from behind. And the team that's playing from behind is always going to be at a disadvantage, obviously. So if your team is playing from behind, it's 1,000 times harder, and you can really swing the momentum with one hill. If you just rotate early, set up early, make sure that you swing the tide and say, all right, now we got this hill, we have control. Now you guys have to play from behind. So it's really important to try and take your time as a team. Don't get frustrated in game. I know I'm guilty of this. You get frustrated with the connection issues. That's something I've been trying to work on lately, to not complain as much, not get as frustrated. So
Hardpoint contested.
That's good. That's something you want to work on. Don't get frustrated. Keep your head in the game. Take your time with everything you do. And also outside the game, just with simple improvements, just keep a positive mindset. With anything you do in life, you should keep a positive mindset. And a lot of the time, it's easy to get distracted. So taking breaks will help you. just like keeping things fresh, I guess, is a good way to
Hardpoint locked down.
keep yourself in the right state of mind.
Hardpoint contested.
Because it really, like, being a great player and
Hardpoint
succeeding in
identified.
anything you do goes beyond the game, or beyond whatever you're doing. It goes so far beyond that. It's all about your mentality, your state of mind. You just want to be like a happy, positive person. You want to make sure that you're just keeping a good mindset, doing what you need to be doing. Don't get distracted. Don't let things become stale, because that's when you try to force things. You try to do too much, and that's never good. So
Hardpoint
yeah,
contested.
make sure you stay in a proper state of mind.
Hardpoint is ours.
Keep everything fresh,
Hardpoint
and just
contested.
do what you do and make sure that you're doing a good job and do it the way you want to do it. So, let's talk about the game a bit. In this gameplay, I've been trying to make sure that my rotations are much more smooth, much more fluid. We're rotating like as early as possible. We pretty much have the rotation on every single hill this match. I think we only lost
Be
like
advised, your equipment has been
the
destroyed.
the first soccer field hill, the second hill of the game. That was about it.
Hardpoint
And also I'm debating on
identified.
whether to use the AN or the M8 on slums. I feel like I get into a lot of like close-ish, not close range, but like a lot of closer range gunfights. And also, a lot of the rotations you have to rotate through. Like if you're rotating through blue, you don't want to be going through there with the M8. It's a lot easier with the AN, or like even just this head glitch right here. If I'm just shooting from like the dumpster to that little block right there, it's easier with the AN than it is with the M8. If they push my grave, I can defend myself much easier with the AN. So that's one of the changes I made. That's one of the little like tweaks I made to my
Missile awaiting
gameplay.
orders.
I started using the AN on this map. People say it's not good on LAN, but like some people say it is good on LAN, and I haven't played on LAN, so I'm kind of confused. But from what I understand, it is pretty good in the close to medium range gunfights, like the ones that I'm getting into right now. So I feel like it would be really good on this map. So yeah, I think it seems like a good gun to me anyway. I'm gonna keep using it. I can always use an M8 if I need to. It's not like I can't use an M8. I use it on every other map,
Hardpoint identified.
every other game type even.
Hostiles have the hardpoint.
So I think that just
Hardpoint
like if you
contested.
just slow down what you're doing, think about it, take your time, make small tweaks, then you're gonna improve slowly but surely. And that's what it's all about. You're not gonna. I mean, there are times where you can have a great big improvement all at once, and I've had that. Like I felt like earlier in the game. Once you are learning all the maps, you learn how to rotate, you learn how to play the maps, how to play the game types. That's like where the big improvement is. And then after a while, you just like already know that, and you're trying to think of what else you can do, and it's just slow, small tweaks. Don't try to do too much. Make sure that you stick to what you're doing,
Hardpoint contested.
but just make like tiny little tweaks. Because if you try to change too much, then you end up changing your playstyle. You end up like you realize that the things you were doing before kind of aren't working at times. It feels like, but it's just because it's getting stale. You're getting bored of it, and you're forcing things really. So try not to force things. Try not to do too much,
Hardpoint identified.
and just
Hostiles
take it
have the
slow.
hardpoint.
Do you? And that's about it for this commentary. So I'm just gonna say, leave a like, leave a comment,
Friendly
subscribe if
missile
you
inbound.
enjoy, if you want to see more content right there. By the way, me and Grindout are the 8s duo. We like never lose 8s. We're always winning if we're on the same team. We played 8s like the past 2 nights. We haven't lost a map yet. So yeah, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe. As always, YouTube, have a lovely day. Take it slow. Improve yourself. Improve your gameplay. And as always, peace.
Hardpoint is ours. Hardpoint is ours. Hardpoint identified. Hellstorm missile inbound.